got Charlie in the neck. We got Charlie in the neck. Who's up next? We got Charlie in the neck. In the neck.
Like millions of people around the world, I'm still in shock trying to digest the news of Charlie Kirk's assassination. In one of his famous university debates, Charlie said, "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." And this is something that should resonate with everybody who believes in freedom of speech on either side of the political divide, the false political divide. Charlie said, "What is so important to our country is to find our disagreements respectfully, because when people stop talking, that's when violence happens." And I think those words will go down in history. You shouldn't have to agree with someone on all of their views to respect their intelligence and humanity. And Charlie was always able to engage with people from opposite sides of the political spectrum. And however hard they tried to demean him with their words, Charlie always responded with intelligence and genuine arguments rather than insults. And that is something that we can all admire. But the way that some of his haters on social media are celebrating his death, the death of a young father, it's disgusting. I don't care how much we disagree on politics. A lot of the disagreements that people took issue with were over identity. I don't care what you think of my identity. I would never wish you harm for having different views. The only type of society in which we can all share the same views is a totalitarian dictatorship. Or perhaps if we were living in Star Trek and you were Borg with a hive mind. Today's left has become just that. Over the last 10 years, we've seen the reframing of opposing views as hate speech. And with one public figure after another, the left labeling opponents as evil. That it's evil to hold different views. What really disgusts me is that within only hours of his assassination, we're hearing on networks like MSNBC, people saying that his hateful views encouraged what happened. They're actually victim blaming a young father who's just been taken away from his family over hateful views that I've never heard him once express a hateful view. Most of the people who think that he was a hate monger have never actually took the time to listen to him. But I've sat through hours of his debates and he has always been respectful. He challenged views that he disagreed with, but never espoused hate against any group. The truly hateful people out there are the ones celebrating his death. At the moment, however, we don't actually know who is responsible for Charlie's death. We don't know who the shooter was. It's clear from the analysis of the footage that's been captured, this was a professional sniper. That kill shot was executed with a type of precision that no ordinary person would be capable of. And that leads us to ask, was it really some random member of the far left? Because that's what the media wants you to believe, right? That this was some deranged leftist lunatic. But was it? Or was it a professional? And if so, who or what body sponsored this person and why? I've seen some pretty interesting conspiratorial takes on this, which I don't feel I can go into here. But do you know what I'm talking about? Have you heard some of the murmurings online about why anybody would want to take him out? And I'm talking beyond the superficial left-right identity-based motivations, but at a higher level. What do you think? Is there a deeper hidden agenda here? Do let me know in the comments. And what are your thoughts on the reaction to Charlie's death? And I'm talking about the people who are rejoicing that a young man has been taken away from his young child and his wife, that they're celebrating this because they disagree with his views. Do you think that's okay? Are you celebrating? Let me have your thoughts. And I don't care if you disagree with me, because like Charlie, I would also die to defend your right to have those views.